just going to tuck and go and pick up the first down.
Jennings runs ahead to the 36-yard line.
We've seen this all year, this high snap.
First down, Colerain. Jennings on the carry ahead. He's up to the 48-yard line. First down, Colerain.
All right, guys, I got you up here.
Takes a step, hands off to Cheatham on the jet sweep, who cuts inside, stays on his feet.
Jeremy Cheatham speeds ahead to the 45-yard line.
Gets underneath the
It'll be second
outside
down and 3.
linebacker, delivers the blow to the safety, big 7-yard carry on first down.
So second down and 3.
That's a good idea. Just do what you're doing.
Shotgun formation, second down 3.
Jennings takes it. Fakes it, keeps it, tucks, beats one tackler, and gets across for a first down.
He takes it up to the 36-yard line of the Middletown Middies. First down, Colerain.
36-yard line. He just got hit with himself. 13-6 at this moment.
Brian, talking to my microphone now. We're back. Sorry.
Jennings. Shotgun formation. Steps back, looks to throw, still scrambling. On his feet, looks to throw. Little high step, he's going to keep going, and another scramble and another positive gain.
Jennings to the left side, and ahead,
Interesting
pushed
what
out of
he's
bounds by
doing
number
right
8, DeAndre Goodson.
He's just he's looking downfield, but the linebackers get such a deep drop that he's finding just empty space and just kind of tucking and going.
So, second and 2. Cheatham in motion. Hands off, another jet sweep. He tucks
Got one man to
inside,
beat.
and it's a foot race to the corner.
One man to beat.
And did he get to the pylon?
I think he's going to be short.
1 yard short. It'll be knock him at the goal line.
Yeah, it's Cheatham again showing his speed, just finding a crease. He beat the outside linebacker right there, but there was just the safety. Had the great angle and stop him at the 1.
First and goal from the 1. Jennings might just be sneaking it here.
Yeah, why not just go under center and go?
That's what he does. Initial push isn't there. Secondary push is Jennings in for 6.
I think that the center caught him off guard right there. You know, you kind of go on first down, maybe a tap on the leg when he went, and I think he was surprised that when he got the snap and didn't go right away, but just stayed with it.
I will tell you as a former center, it's not a tap of the leg. It's a get under there, and normally you have your hands right under the rear end, and it's just a little lift. That's the
I politely said tap on the legs.
It's a little lift.
Okay.
So Schutte with an all-important extra point. The first one was a bad snap. He didn't even get the kickoff. Snap is down. Kick is blocked. And the Middies will retain the lead with 7:13 to play in the first half. It's the Cardinals trailing the Middies 13-12. Thank you for working through the technical difficulties with us. If you are on Colerain Game Day, you have a live video feed now. Thank you for listening on Waycross. We'll reset at some point for you. Tony, the producer of Waycross, if you get us a shot of us, we look ridiculous because we made a switch over when things weren't working. So now my father and I have both headsets on because we have our own personal headsets and the Waycross headsets. We're talking into 2 microphones right now. So with that, for those of you listening on Waycross, the Cardinals took the opening onside kick attempt by the Middies back for a touchdown. The Middies followed that with a 8-minute drive that resulted in a field goal. Cardinals went 3 and out and 3 plays. Those would be the only 3 plays they would get the ball in the first quarter offensively. And then the Middies would strike early in the second quarter to make it 13-6. The Cardinals have since answered on that last drive to make it 13-12. Cardinals' first extra point was no good on a bad snap. This one was a low kick that was blocked. Shooty's kickoff is up and fielded about the 12. And
found a little space to the outside. I always say in high school, if you can keep within 35, you've done your job. But kick didn't have a lot of height, and he found a little bit of crease, and looks like he got just outside the 35.
Just beyond, we'll call him out of bounds.
Please meet near the student section. All homecoming reps and banner carriers, please meet near the student section. Thank you. Middletown will take over first and 10.
Thank you for watching on Colerain Game Day and Waycross Community Media.
As strange as it's been on the field, it's been even the strangers.
It's just been strange.
So thanks for our volunteers and Tony Suarez from Waycross. We get it going.
Handoff, Chambers trying to find space, and he just keeps going sideways, pushed out of bounds, and he's going to lose. Eventually, they're going to mark him off after a loss of 3.
Yeah, they played pretty much on the other side of the field, so we haven't got a look. We saw Chambers make the big run earlier, and I said strongly built, and I got a better look at him running right towards us. That's a strong young man. We can see how he's breaking tackles, but he does lose 3 on that play.
He never looked like he was really running that hard either.
He's smooth. He's deceptively fast.
Davis takes it, looks, bubble screen to the outside. Little hesitation, but there's some space down the sidelines for DeMarco Powell, and will be close to a first down.
Yeah, you know what? That defensive back did his job for the Colerain Cardinals. He blew the block up almost to where the receiver caught the ball, but there was no secondary help. So we watch here in the replay. He's there to break it up, but no one has that outside contain again.
So first down, Middies near midfield. Hand off to Chambers, and he bounces off his own man in the backfield and gets about 8-9 yards on the play. I thought he was going to be tackled by his own man in the backfield, but he just kept going, and there's no Cardinals there to clean up.
Yeah, we're not seeing much really support by your middle linebackers right there. The defensive line kind of stood up there, man, and let the creases, but the running back found free lane, 2nd down and 2.
Hand off again, Chambers trying to get through, and this time it's another sophomore, Hayden Danielson, with a tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, it's going to leave him 2 yards short, 5:30 left to play till halftime. Middletown Middies leading the Colerain Cardinals 13-12.
3rd down and 3. Middies taking their time. Davis takes the snap, looks backside, a quick little hook, and complete.
Yeah, he just had one wide receiver in that route. 3 left, single coverage over there. Just got past the line of scrimmage, or right past the line to gain, and just sat down, and pass was on his leg.
So we first down Middies inside the Cardinal 40-yard line.
So other than that big run, the passing game really has not been successful deep. It's been this patient 8 yards at a time.
Davis sends a man in motion, jet sweep outside, trying to get the edge, and a good job by Nathan Fry to close in.
Please take it down for no gain.
They're going to give him about a yard to Talon Malico.
Malico getting up a little bit slow on that play. But again, trying to stretch this. You stretch out the linebacker, stretch out the linebacker, and then they've been popping it up the middle.
Actually, they're going to give him no gain. I thought he got past the sticks, but apparently not. Davis trips to his right. Cardinals bringing the press, the blitz. The ball's on the floor, and the Cardinals are on it. Elram Nevis with the blitz from the outside. The safety come untouched and knocked it away from the quarterback. Didn't see who picked it up from the Cardinals.
Believe it might have been 99, but this time just a quick blitz from the outside.
Yep.
2 Colerain Cardinals right there. I don't know which one we're going to give credit to.
Hughes was on the blind side, but I think it was Nevis unblocked who knocked it away, and it was Jameer Carpenter, the nose guard, with the recovery for the Cardinals.
So finally, Colerain Cardinals fans on this side's waking up after that play. 3:54 left to play halftime. 2 missed extra points. Colerain trails by 1.
Cardinals have had 2 offensive possessions, 1 3 and out, and then the touchdown drive last time they had the ball. And that has been the case. Last drive, the touchdown drive was all positive plays, and the big negative play really hurt them on that first set of downs. Jennings bunches to either side, going to set it up. Little jet sweep. Cheatham trying to find some space, spins off his tackle, stays in the grass, but he's going to get about 2 yards.
Like to see the sportsmanship right there. 2 number 4s, 4 from Middletown Middies, and Cheatham for the Colerain Cardinals. Kind of met there. Hey, you know what? They almost very similar in size. It was James Franklin.
Not the head coach of Penn State. Different James Franklin.
Gets a yard on the play, 2nd down and 9.
Jennings trips to his right. Takes the snap, drops back. Looks to throw, hits his man, and it'll be just short. Satterwhite to midfield.
There is a flag on the play. Looks at post possession, or after the play.
Or at least after the catch.
Wait, John, when they were getting up,
I don't know what.
Face mask. Looks like he's looking to march it off against the Colerain Card. No,
that's against the Middies. It's a 5-yard face mask, which will give the Cardinals a first down with 3:04 on the clock. Cardinals have all 3 of their timeouts, so don't have to necessarily rush it here.
Referee and Cruz. Okay, wait a minute. He gave him 3 yards on that penalty. Now he's giving him the full 5. Having trouble resetting the play.
First down Cardinals. Clock is running. Handoff.
Ball's loose.
And
Still loose.
Still loose. And Middies fall on it.
Yeah, Zay Jennings, he just fumbled the ball on first contact. He had room to run.
I don't even know if there was contact.
And that ball it bounced forward, and he had a good bounce, and it bounced up to him. So we watch here in the replay. No, nobody touched him. He just dropped it. He tried to pick it up. He kicked it forward again. Middletown Midi could have fell on it. It kicked forward, so.
One fumble by a quarterback answered by another fumble by the quarterback. First down Middies at their own 29 with 2:47 to play in the half. Well, that was interesting. It's almost like out of the mesh of the option, it just popped out.
A defensive lineman might have got a hand on him, an
elbow. Out of the mesh.
But I'm surprised Colerain didn't go to their nickel here, probably knowing that they're going to throw the ball.
Looking underneath, nice little route, caught by number 12. To cross midfield for Middies first down.
Yeah, he looked outside. He came underneath.
Goes ahead
A little
to the
seam
48
route.
yard line, first down,
They
Middletown.
use that motion, kind of fake the wheels to the outside and get a man cutting to the inside. Well-designed play. Gets it to a middies into Cardinal territory.
Scoreboard. Middletown does have all 3 timeouts left.
No any particular rush with 3 timeouts, and the clock will stop on first downs and incompletions. Davis steps up under pressure. That was not a. Was that a face mask?
No, that hand was. They're going to call it a face
Yes,
mask, but it looked like the hand was wrapped around the helmet, on the back of the helmet.
That's still part. If he has any grasp of anything on the helmet, that is face.
Even it's the back of the helmet.
Even if it's the
Okay.
back of the helmet.
15-yard penalty.
We'll watch a replay here on Waycross.
First down.
He's a big man, just 230. Well, yep, grabbed an ear hole.
That's a face mask. 15 yards for the middies. Will make it first down at the Cardinal 32. 2 minutes and running for the middies, but they have plenty of time. 3 timeouts. Davis steps back. Quick little hitter. And bobbled and then corralled. DeMarco Powell with a first down. Nope, not a first down. Just short. And tackled and bounce. The clock will continue to run.
Down by Jaden Stanley. Second down.
Second down at about 3.
25 yards.
90 seconds left to play in this first half.
For the middies, you want to score here and not give Cardinals any time, as they will get the ball back. Davis, another keeper. And again, no one on the field thinks it's coming, and that leaves Davis with a lot of room to run on the quarterback keeper.
You know, not the fleetest of foot, a big man, but pretty much a fullback right there. I mean, he's as big as a tight end or a defensive end at this high school level, and just runs through a couple tackles. Just uses his pure strength. Get to the 13.
Yep, first down, middies. Clock is running. Actually, no, the middies will get the ball first to start the second half because the Cardinals took the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Davis, under pressure, throws to the corner and too far ahead, incomplete.
Yeah, great pressure from the Colerain Cardinals. Forces that throw just a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
I think everyone had what they wanted. The Cardinals just executed better than Middletown. I think Cardinals got the pressure, but the Middies got the one-on-one with the guy going to the corner of the end zone with a sophomore on him. He just couldn't have set his feet well enough to deliver the pass. So second down from the 13, 48 seconds now on the clock for the Middies. They still have all 3 timeouts. Malcott in motion and
False start.
false start on the Middies.
False start. Offense. It's a
And
5-yard penalty. It'll remain second down.
if you're the Cardinals and the referees don't say anything, they did not put a second back on the clock, so the Middies just lost a second. And it'll be a timeout from the Middies sideline. So
Middletown.
this is a big set of downs for both teams. The Middletown Middies can go up a score and get the ball, extend their lead, and get the ball back to start the second half. The Cardinals, the opposite. They want to keep this close and keep it within striking distance, knowing that the Middies get the ball first.
And what they've done too, these drives, other than the one big run, have been methodical and eaten a lot of time. Colerain offense has not been on the field that long, and this Colerain defense has got to be tested. Rushing this big quarterback, your defensive line work harder than anybody on the field. They got to be able to win it. So really, almost thank Middletown for this timeout right now. Colerain still has all 3 of theirs. So here we are. We're going to break the huddle.
Second and 15, Middies from the 18. They'll have 47 seconds and 2 timeouts to work with.
All right, second and 15 for Middletown from the Colerain. 18 yards.
Davis takes it, looks right, quick throw over the top, and touchdown Middies.
I tell you what, you see it at the pro level, the college level. A wide receiver there gets away with a little bit of a push-off right there, but you're not going to get that offensive pass interference called at the high school level. But they got the one-on-one in the corner like they wanted.
And you're just throwing to your second leading receiver, 6'2" receiver over a 5'8" sophomore. So touchdown middies. Set up for the extra point to make it an 8-point game. Snap is back. Kick is just inside the uprights with 41 seconds to play in the half. It's the middies 20, the Cardinals 12.
So Colerain Cardinals with 3 timeouts left and only 41 seconds. We watch a replay here on Waycrest. It's just a nice fade to the corner. A little bit of separation by the wide receiver, and he just finds the corner, uses his size against the undersized underclassmen. So here we're coming back with the adventures in kickoffs for the Middletown Middies. But what that's done, other than that one big return on that botched onside kick, you really can't, it's tough to set up a return with any type of regularity or blockers in front of you on these squib kicks because you don't get a true hop, you don't get a clean pick.
I'm surprised there's been no adjustment for the special teams. I mean, they've been in this same formation the whole time.
Yeah, get one, bring some of your deep guys up farther in the middle, take away that gap in the middle of the field. I do see a little switch here, Brandon. One of your deep guys, what is that? That's 4.
Cheatham.
Cheatham has moved up to the second return line around the 20. But they've been pretty much, they set it up to the far hash and pretty much has kicked everything over to that hash. I tell you what, this kicker takes a deep run up on it too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's about 12 yards behind the ball. This will be the first one he actually kicks deep. Robinson will take it at about his own 10. He's got some space to work with. He might run out of the sidelines, but he's going to stay up, and get out of bounds near midfield.
So, yeah, they're going to mark that all the way. That's past midfield. So Colerain's going to have, well.
It's not past midfield.
Okay. I was looking at the wrong referee. So we see him. He picks it up on the outside, and he's going left. He's got a bunch of Cardinals in front of him, but he does run out of space. Sideline is your extra defender. So they're going to spot it at the Colerain 46. 33 seconds left till half.
Cardinals have all 3 timeouts.
Middletown probably camping deep, not letting any of them behind them. We've seen a couple of these Colerain Cardinals, as a matter of fact, last week, kind of get behind. They've got some dangerous wide receivers if you can give the quarterback time to throw it.
So Jennings, shotgun. Looking to throw. He's going to go deep to Robinson. And intercepted by the middies. Trying to find some space. And that will be the James Franklin with the interception.
Yeah, just a 50-50 ball and pretty much really didn't give his wide receiver a chance to throw that. Kind of threw it on the inside instead of the outside. Just kind of floated up and threw it behind him and really nothing against a Colerain wide receiver. He had no chance on that ball. But, with that little time, I don't mind them taking a chance down there.
Yeah.
Middletown will take the ball at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
But with 2 timeouts and 21 seconds left till half, what will Middletown do?
They will get the ball first to start the second half, so they might just.
They've got the size advantage. Seniors against sophomores on the outside. I know Colerain's safeties are going to be sitting deep, but with one of your starters, DB's out. Yeah. Why not attack his replacement?
And Davis will step back and throw. Just to throw up, and You could have been not 19 feet tall, and that still would have been out of bounds.
Well, Colerain's sitting deep. He didn't see what he liked the right see, and that was purposely thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, let's hope.
As accurate as he's been on these short throws, I don't think that was not on purpose. Well, what it does, it just runs off 5 seconds of the clock. You got 16 seconds left, and looks like Middletown took their one shot.
And now they'll line up and.
So they take the snap.
Take the knee. And what just happened?
Well, they took the snap. The referees immediately after they took the snap, even though they didn't take a knee, stopped the clock. Colerain called timeout, and now the referees have started the clock again.
What is going on?
You know what? It really doesn't matter because they're just going to run it. They could do it a couple more times. But these referees have not been on the same page all night. It hasn't affected play. But
that was weird.
They took the snap, and the side official blew the whistle and blew the play dead, even though the quarterback stood back and was running the clock out and didn't need
Either way, it's the end of the first half here at Colerain High School. The Middletown Middies lead the Colerain Cardinals 20-12.
I would now like to introduce to you the Student Senate Executive Board. These students have spent endless hours planning the special weekend, along with the Student Senate Advisor, Ms. Kinsler. They are Student Senate Executive Board members: Isabella Lambernitis, Victoria Petroselli, Jordan Selleck, Isabel Snyder, Josiah White, and Elena Farrell. And now for our 2022 homecoming court. Representing the senior class officers, Lauren Clippard and Elorm Nevis. Representing the senior class, Tanaya Jenkins, escorted by Curtis Robinson. Representing the junior class, Ava Detzel and Mason Yost. Representing the sophomore class, Emily Bickett and Nathan Simph. Representing the freshman class, Amani Williams and Tristan Cornist. Representing Art Club, Mia Heibel, escorted by Michael Congos. Representing the book club, Terry Hammonds, escorted by Dylan King. Representing the BPA, Olivia Burr, escorted by fellow member Chapin Newman. Representing BPA Butler Tech, Kate White, escorted by fellow member Grace Gaynor. Representing Butler Tech, Adriana Lanza and Braden Williams. Representing the Cardinal Credit Union, Abby Butler, escorted by Nick Bowles. Representing cheerleading, Alexis Colbert, escorted by fellow cheerleader Nevaeh McPherson. Representing DECA, Isabella Lambernitis, escorted by fellow member Sina Burhi. Representing the Diversity Club, Shalom Amsalu and Usmain Sao. Representing the Drama Club, Carly Smith and Ethan Stolt. Representing the FCCLA, Ariana Stubblefield, escorted by fellow member Stephanie Feely. Representing Key Club, Sandy Ray, escorted by Cadence Mitchell. Representing the marching band, Kaylee Gould and Devin Masterson. Representing the National Honor Society, Molly Spitzley, escorted by Isaac Swissum. Representing the orchestra, Camille Benford, escorted by fellow member Layla Barfield. Representing show cards, Haley Keller and August Wagner. Representing Skills USA, Mariah Carter and TJ Oborn. Representing the Spanish Club, Cassandra Jackson, escorted by Nico Suggs. Representing Student Senate, Jordan Selleck and Josiah White. Let's have a round of applause for our 2022 candidates and representatives. The runner-up for Homecoming King is Elorm Nevis, representing the senior class officers. The runner-up for Homecoming Queen is Tanaya Jenkins, representing the senior class. Let's all have a big round of applause for Elorm Nevis and Tanaya Jenkins. Tonight's Homecoming King and Queen will be given a sash, crown, and roses presented by our 2021 Homecoming King, Wade Phillips, and Queen, Hannah Lawwell. Congratulations to our 2022 CHS Homecoming King, Josiah White, representing the Student Senate. Congratulations to our 2022 CHS Homecoming Queen, Alexis Colbert, representing the cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome King Josiah White and Queen Alexis Colbert. Ladies and gentlemen, this now concludes the halftime ceremony. This semi-formal dance, Once Upon a Time, will be held tomorrow night from 7:30 to 11 p.m. in the Colerain High School Gymnasium to conclude this year's festivities. Once again, congratulations to all candidates and representatives.
And welcome back to halftime here at Colerain High School, where the Middletown Middies lead the Colerain Cardinals 20-12. We get a couple halftime scores quickly from around the city. In the GMC, Fairfield leads Hamilton 17-7. Princeton over Oak Hills 35-0. Lakota East over Sycamore 7-0. And Mason and Lakota West. Lakota West leads Mason 10-7. And then GCL. St. X in Louisville, Kentucky tonight trails 17-0 at half. LaSalle in Indianapolis trails Cathedral 9-0. And down at Nippert Stadium, the Moeller Crusaders lead the Elder Panthers 42-7.
At half.
At half. Wow. Elsewhere, Western Brown leads Clinton Massey 28-20 in a big low division game. The other two big games tonight, Whitten Woods was trailing 10-0, scored 2 quickly before the half. They lead Kings 14-10 at half. The other game up in Dayton area, Springboro and Springfield, the Battle of the Springs. And that game, Burrow came in leading the G-Walk. They trail the field at half. Springfield 27, Springboro 0 at half. So a little bit of look at our halftime stats.
So quick stats. Middletown Middies leading the Colerain Cardinals 20-12. They're led in rushing by Lamont Chambers, 10 carries, 109 yards, 73 out of them on his long touchdowns. The quarterback Davis has 62 yards on the ground, and in the air he is 10 for 17 for 44, 22 of them coming on that one of the last plays of the half that gets his touchdown there. Leading receiver for the Middletown Middies, Powell with 4 for 31s and that touchdown. For the Colerain Cardinals, Jennings 10 carries, 64 yards. Cheatham only 3 carries from your fullback, 3 for 32. Leading receivers, Satterwhite 1 with 6. Trying to see if we've got time of possession. It's got to be ridiculous, but we do not have that in the stats.
It's just all individual stats.
Yep.
Long pause. We're reset. 12 minutes put on the clock. Cardinals the Middies won the opening toss, deferred. Cardinals returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown, although it was a failed onside kick returned for a touchdown.
Wish we'd have had that on film, and thanks all of everybody that's stuck with us, and thanks all the people from Waycross and our producer Mike that have just been scrambling here. We think we've got everything kind of set up now. So for the second half, Colerain down 8 points, but Middletown's going to start with the ball.
They deferred their choice to the second half, and they have chosen to receive here in the second half. Shooty's kick is up. It's a short pop-up. Taken about the 7, and a little spin. Tried to find something. Nothing going for Malaco.
Yeah, you know what? You don't need to kick it deep if you get good hang time, like what Shooty did on that one. Gives your coverage team plenty of time to get down there, and great coverage. Field position started for the Middletown Middies. Looks like they're going to set the ball at the 24-yard line. These Colerain Cardinals really got to come up with a defensive stop. Cannot afford to go down 2 scores that early.
Especially the way this offense has operated so far this season. And at this point, you can't even say young season. We're past the halfway point. So Middies controlled the ball in that first half. Opening snap here, the second. Chambers takes it, and Nathan Fry had him in the backfield, and they are going to rule him down.
Oh, we couldn't really see it from this side. Kind of covered up by the massive humanity offensive line. That's Fry that gets through the line, breaks down. That ball comes loose. We cannot tell when. We cannot tell where. Referee's got a better view than us.
You might tell from this angle. Yep.
Yeah,
you can't see it on your screen, but the replay does show he was down.
He does lose 2 yards.
It doesn't matter. He called him down on the field. Trips to the left. Pistol formation. Now shotgun formation. Snap looks backside over the top. Too high, incomplete. Intended for Chandler Shields.
I tell you, he's been effective, the quarterback, with his just short passing. But he has one of the most interesting deliveries. It's just kind of shot puts from the sidearm. He's a big guy. He just kind of shot puts it out there, but he's got heat on it.
All right, Cardinals fans, let's hear from
3rd down and 12. For the Middies.
They've been real successful on these 3rd down. The quarterback scrambles. Colerain's really got to watch him running.
Cardinals bringing a pass defense package. Davis back to throw. Looks underneath. Crosser had a hand on it and is cleaned up by Williams.
Yeah, they ran clear out routes on outside, tried to bring the wide receiver underneath. He hit him in stride, but just enough to just bobble the ball, which allowed the defender to close down a big 3-and-out for the Colerain Cardinals on this first possession.
So it'll be Talon Malakote, I believe, for the first time tonight, set to punt.
Yes.
Jeremy Cheatham back deep.
Special teams has been interesting for both teams.
Middy's got to rush a 11th player on here last second. We'll see if they get it off. They just do. Snap is back. Kick is nearly blocked by Myrick. Cheatham calls fair catch inside Middy territory. There is a flag on the field.
It'll be spotted at the Middletown 48
Kind of on the outside there.
So this
In
could
the
be
area of a holding on the return.
could be holding on the return team or a sideline warning on the middies. That's the only really two possibilities. Yep, sideline warning middies. And that's going to happen if the referee is running up the sidelines and he runs into somebody. That's where you get the sideline warning.
Well,
Valley Metalworks has been a steady supporter of the Colerain Boosters.
And again, it's a sideline warning. So
did they just mark it off to the? They just gave him 5 yards.
All right, maybe it wasn't a warning. Maybe they gave him 5 yards. Either way, first down
really
Cardinals
been
at the
odd
40.
Communication from these referees.
Yeah, I don't think they should have got 5 yards, but I could be wrong. I thought it was just a.
Did you see the signal?
The signal was for sideline warning. Yeah, you were paying attention. Cardinals come out, shotgun, trips to the left, tight end to the right. Jennings takes it, hands it off the roads. I'll get about maybe a yard on the play.
That was a big hit up the middle. Middletown middies read that play right away. A great read by the middle linebacker. That was Christian Printup. They do give him 1 on the play.
So Cardinals 2nd and 9 now. Plenty of time working out of the shotgun. Jennings takes it, looks. They're going to go short side again, cuts it inside. He's going to pick up about 3 yards and make it 3rd and 6, 7.
It's amazing with this offense. Your running back only has 3 touches.
I was really surprised there from Jennings that he doesn't pitch the ball.
Well, out the defensive back forces him inside, forces him to make a decision.
So 3rd down and long for the Cardinals. Step back, quick throw out of the backfield. Rhodes breaks 1 tackle but can't keep it going. He's going to be short of the 1st down.
Again, interesting territory for the Colerain Cardinals. They're going to need about 6 yards on this play. They're contemplating keeping that offense out there.
Looks like they're going to go.
Yeah, it was 2 back-to-back plays by Middletown's Printup. Now Jennings also here could possibly pooch kick it. There's no one deep.
He takes it, keeps it on the middle, and he's going to be short.
Again, a zone read. He keeps it himself.
So about the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, he had to rush that play. He had come off the field, and I think he wears a glove, and he was kind of still putting on his glove while they were calling the plays.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
So a turnover and downs by the Cardinals. 3 and out for the middies, 3 and out for the Cardinals.
Middletown's leading by 8.
8:51 on the clock. Here in the 3rd quarter. Malakote in motion, little counter back the other way. No room to go much there for Chambers, but he's going to
He is strong.
chug his feet along and pick up about 5 yards.
He is strong, but it comes to the point where the referees, you take that scrum a little bit too long. He's churning, but we see here multiple Colerain Cardinals all over, but they've got to call that a little bit quicker. You're going to get somebody hurt. Team 4, almost 5 on that play.
So Davis, handoff again. Chambers trying to patiently work, stays on his feet, falls forward. Again, the ball pops out, but they're after the whistle.
I tell you what, and Chambers is giving up slow.
Officials timeout.
That's a big weapon, the big 73-yard run earlier. Takes away one of your weapons.
Chambers down.
So, Brandon, we got a little break in the action, and the scores kind of really surprised me looking at a Lakota West Mason, a lot closer than I thought. Just a 1-touchdown lead by the
Well, it's a
Lakota West.
2-touchdown lead now. It's now 17-7 Dakota West. The one that's surprising, Moeller over Elder, 42-7. Elder fumbled on 3 consecutive offensive plays. Fumbled and lost on 3 consecutive. One of the last one returned for a touchdown. Jordan Marshall had 4 touchdowns in the first half for Moeller.
Just a sophomore. Marshall.
I think is he a junior? I think he's a junior now.
Is he a junior? Yeah, I know he's an underclassman because when they did some national voting on who could possibly be the the best running back in the country, they gave it to a senior, but a lot of people were saying that he could possibly be the best running back in the country.
Chambers up under his own strength, but obviously in some pain as he walks off the field. So resetting, 7:58 on the clock, third quarter. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Middies at the Cardinal 42, at their own, 42-yard line.
Glad to see he's up on his feet.
When you get to the 46.
We've seen a lot of these quick outs right here, the controlled passing by the Middletown Middies. Kellen Davis been successful on 3rd down a lot.
Just attacking
these drives.
Again, the Cardinals with 2 sophomores starting on the outside with the injured Dillingham. Bunch formation to either side. And that is a 5-yard penalty on the Middies.
Yeah, they tried to draw Colerain off sides. They've been going off that sound off the clap. Little hesitation off that, but that's Malakote. We've called his name a couple times, good and bad, but that's going to take 5 yards off. So the 3rd and 4 is going to now be a 3rd and 9.
Cardinals, with that down and distance, send some substitutions. Their defensive dime package, which includes Zay Jennings, your starting quarterback, also in at safety. A little confusion for the Cardinals defensively. Davis looks, throws deep over the top, and he had his man, but too tall. It's intended for James Franklin.
James Franklin is incomplete.
Yeah, Davis is asking for a little pass interference, a little bit of incidental contact. Kind of disrupted the rhythm a little bit, but that ball was overthrown. He wasn't going to catch it anyway.
Well, it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as uncatchable in high school football.
I didn't say there was.
You just said that it was
I
overthrown.
Said even if they could call it or not call it, he's not going to get it.
Yeah.
So Cheatham's going to set up at about his own 30-yard line. Colerain almost got to this point last time.
They've blocked several kicks on the year and just gets it away. Cheatham, and that's an odd place for it. He just didn't get a good angle. It's going to take a decent hop for the Cardinals. Not much of a net, less than 30 on the net, and the Cardinals will take over at their own 39. 1st down.
Yeah, that kick was a knuckleball away from him, and he did the right thing. If you cannot get it clean, just get away from it. And it was a good decision. That ball bounced about 3 yards back, Middletown's direction from where it hit.
Colerain Boosters Gold sponsors.
Colerain down 8, 7-13 in this 3rd quarter. Offense really needs to get back into this game.
First and 10, Colerain.
They haven't seen anything all day except for this shotgun formation.
Jennings takes it Works outside, pitch to Justin Rhodes, got some space down the sidelines, first down across midfield.
Zay Jennings pitches
I
the
tell you
ball
what, a
to
good
Justin
decision by
Rhodes
Cheatham,
from
and he's
the
talking to
line.
himself. Coach is talking to him. He had an angle for a crackback block and backed off. It was smart football right there.
With the changes in the rules about those crackback blocks, you've almost seen it's almost more, and not maybe in this situation, it's almost more effective to just get in the way than
I was
actually
gonna
get the
say
big
same
hit.
thing. Yeah, don't make the hit, just stand in front of him. So into midi territory, Colerain Cardinals.
Jennings with the clap. Second clap, takes it, looks to throw right away. Cheatham gets it. And it's a short gain, about 6, maybe 7 on first down.
Ahead to the 41-yard line.
Almost a play out of Middletown's playbook.
Second
Quick
down
little hook pattern to the
and
outside, sits down in front of the defensive back. Throws a little bit high, does a great job bringing it down in bounds.
Trips to the boundary.
Seems like Colerain's picking up the pace a little bit.
Snap is up. Keeps it. Jennings trying to chase it. Gets away initially, but not from the second tackle.
Well, that was the initial guy that he got.
Lost a couple yards.
I tell you what, and after the play, away from the ball, I believe they might have caught Middletown with a little bit of extra jawing, but he breaks away from number 10 and a great job sticking with him.
There's no flag on the field, but the
Right here.
referees.
He's already picked it up. It was on the defense back on the side. Javon Davis made the great play.
Personal foul on the defense.
Yep, that's going to be the call. So 15 yards to the Cardinals
15-yard penalty.
will result in a first down.
First down.
Yeah, it was just a wide receiver and a defensive back, not even part of the play. Just kind of get tied up, and
Well,
and
yeah, away-
Middletown just didn't walk away.
Tight formation. Handoff Cheatham. Cuts it inside on the jet sweep. Not much space to operate on that short field, but does cut up and get about 2, maybe 3 in the play.
Looks like with the offensive struggles Colerain's had this year, they've decided they're no longer a wishbone option team. They're going to run everything out of the spread now.
Well, we've seen it this year. They've struggled so much with the interior of the offensive line. You're almost forced to give your quarterback some space to operate.
But it's kind of interesting with the success that they've had against Middletown traditionally up the middle with the fullback.
Yep. Snap back. Jennings takes it. Looks to throw. Forced to pull it down. Throws it away.
Jennings pass is incomplete.
Let's just hope they think that tight end is a receiver.
Yeah, he was in the area. Maybe.
That was intentional.
Sort of, kind
that
of.
was intentional grounding. The referee's still discussing.
Where-
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, he got did not get ball, did not get back to the line of scrimmage, and they're saying there wasn't a receiver in the area. So intentional grounding, which will be a penalty and I believe a loss of downs.
And a loss of
Spot
down.
foul and a loss of down.
So what was 3rd and 9 is now 3rd and 20. This is something the offense of Colerain has struggled with all year. No matter how positive you've done, that one big play just sets everything off of the tracks. Oh, I'm sorry. It was out to the 45, so it'll be 3rd and 25.
3rd down and 26.
Jennings takes it, shotgun look, and throws it deep. A little miscommunication on what to run there. Receiver stopped at about 10 yards, and that was
Again, a high, slow snap throws complete timing off that play.
it wasn't even about time. Cheatham just stopped running.
Well, yeah.
Into punt for the Cardinals.
But I think that was as much of a Jennings just throwing it away out of frustration right there.
For Middletown, number 6.
So 5:29 left, and it's still in the 3rd quarter.
As quick as that first half went, this beginning of this 3rd quarter is a long time. Punts up and away will be fair cut. Nope, it's muffed. Still loose, and it
Colerain's ball.
is.
Oh, he almost got it.
Fair catch is called for, but the ball
Almost got it. They dove on it at the same time. Both got their arms around it, both teams, but it's going to be the Middletown Middies that come up with the ball.
So Middies will take over at their own 9-yard line.
And that was James Franklin. He called for the fair catch, but he stayed with the ball after he muffed it. And it,
Right at the
50-50 ball right there when they both dived for it. But Franklin just kind of a little bit more hand strength takes it away.
It looks like he got 2, and Williams has only had 1 hand at the time.
Their defense here. Let them hear you.
The ball spotted at the Middletown 9. If you're going to make a defensive stop, let's make it now, Colerain.
Trips to the right for Davis. Takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, trying to find some space, and he does. Cuts back, still on his feet, and it's a foot race out near past the 40. First down, Middletown.
And we got the backup running back in there. And just a quick little handoff up there. Nothing fancy. Eric Schroeder, the junior, breaks free. And if not for the safety, he's going 91 yards. A great hustle by your sophomore defensive end or outside linebacker right there.
So Middletown quickly flips the field on one play. Davis keeps it, and for the first time, not surprised are the Cardinals. They'll get him for a short loss.
Back to the line of scrimmage. With a second down and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure about how much of a read there. There wasn't really an outside linebacker for him to take a read off. He might have decided pre-snap that he was keeping it himself. Looked like the running back had a little space to the outside, but second down and 9.
Trips to the left this time for Middletown. Davis looks. Backside again, one-on-one, throws it up. And still up. We're going to call that off the floor. But they go right after the sophomore again, and this time Jaden Staley with a perfect defense.
Yeah, and you don't only have a senior against an underclassman right there, but you've got 6'2" against 5'10", and threw it right where he needed to throw it. Made it a jump ball, but the contact went up. I don't know if that ball ever hit the ground, Brandon.
Might not have, but they blew the whistle, so unfortunately it doesn't matter. So twin receivers on either side for the Middies. Third down and 10. Pressure coming from behind on Davis. He's got to step up, finding some space downfield, cross midfield, still going, and he's near the Cardinal 30.
And he had the secondary, he had their back turned to the scrambling quarterback, and really he had the pressure, no contain, and really once he got past where the blitzing linebackers were, really no one saw him coming. They were chasing the wide receivers, a big gain.
And even with that long run, with all these scrambles, I think Davis might be the Middies' leading rusher.
Well, you had that 90 yards at 73 on one carry.
Handoff. Schroeder's caught from behind. Nathan Fry brings him down by the jersey.
Eric Schroeder is the ball carrier. He's taken down for a 5-yard loss.
Colerain defense has done well on the first couple downs.
Second
Just
and 15.
Davis has just made that third down conversions, it seems.
Middletown gets the play from the sidelines. It's Purple, Ohio. I don't know what that means. It's just they have 2 signs up. I'm not sure what that play call means, but the Middies understand that code. Twins to either side. Fake the guy in motion. Davis steps up, still on his feet, trying to get away. Nathan Fry with another big play.
Helen Davis is sacked by a group of
And good,
Cardinals.
kind of a coverage sack right there. He tried to step up, but that pocket collapsed around him. Nowhere to throw it, moved up. Fry chasing him down behind. He's not letting him go until his buddies join along the Cardinal party.
He might have had a chance, Nathan Fry, the initial pressure, but there was no one open after that little initial scramble, and then the defense collapsed.
So here we go. Another big third down for the Middletown Middies. But this one's pretty tough to get, but they've got a couple long ones. It's 3rd and 21.
Timeout, Middletown.
Play clock was running down right there.
That's their first timeout.
2:13 to play in the third quarter. Middletown leads 20-12. They take their first timeout here on 3rd and 21.
It is owned by alumnus and wrestling coach Hunter.
So thanks again to our friends here at Waycross, scrambling to get things going. We finally got things going here at halftime. Thanks to all the volunteers running the cameras, all the volunteers up in the booth. We couldn't bring and showcase our student athletes here without your help. So thank you, Waycross Community TV.
He was a proud Colerain grad from State Farm. National Flag Company, Willow Event Center, and Pure Lawn Organic.
So what do you, if you're Middletown, what do you call here on 3rd and 21?
Well, I say you're still looking for that one-on-one matchup. Attack the young corners with your taller wide receivers.
You gotta think you'll have safety help on at least one side.
Yeah. So you might roll something underneath, maybe some type of bubble screen. The middle of the field has kind of been open where the linebackers are, but I don't think they get the first down with that. But that they could go for a 4th down if they pick up at least half of this.
Davis looks, going to throw right away over the top. Tried to hit DeMarco Powell, passes a little behind, it's 4th down.
Yeah, they saw what I saw, that little seam between the linebackers and the safety.
Probably doesn't get the first down if he does make the catch, but
if he catches that, it'd be 4th down in less than 10.
Yeah, but it makes the decision on 4th down a little bit different. This one's almost certainly going to be a punt. Although it's not a bad spot for a fake, especially if Colerain only has 10 guys. Snap is back. Cardinals nearly get this one. Cheatham, he did not fair catch it, and the Middies are on top of the muffed fumble.
Again, and to pile on afterwards, I believe they're going to not only get the turnover, but one of the Colerain Cardinals got a little hit after the play. They might get a personal foul tacked onto this.
They didn't throw the flag with the little extra push. They did throw it when they started jawing back and forth. So it'll be interesting at the call if it is offsetting because they both said something, or did one just say something that triggered a personal foul?
Sometimes the referee kind of misses on the grab for the initial grab for the flag.
They could throw.
They're exchanging phone numbers. They might be talking about it later.
Well, they got to write down if it's a personal foul. They have to write down because you can't give more than 2.
I just made that up.
I know. Dead ball, personal, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Middies. On dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Cardinals. Yeah. Penalties offset. Middies take over at the 21-yard line. Now, I will say, you can tell this is an inexperienced crew because as dumb as it looks, they are supposed to walk off each penalty.
I know, yeah. I never understood that, but I agree with you wholeheartedly right there.
It is a crisis if you have, not a crisis, but it is a problem right now at every single level of sports, the referees. So, take the time to mention, hey, if you have the time and the want to.
So, but Middletown does take over at the Colerain 22.
Volunteer to be a ref. You get paid, so it's not volunteer. Handoff up the middle, trying to find some space. Schroeder ran out of bounds by Nevis.
And does a good job. He rides him by his jersey to the sidelines and does a great job of not continuing and throwing him to the ground, almost holding him up right there.
Nevis had an exciting halftime. He was named Homecoming King runner-up at halftime.
So they do lose 1 yard on the play.
2nd and 11. Alicote in motion. Davis keeps it, breaks the initial tackle, stays on his feet, powers through. It's about 5 on the carry.
Yeah, that's what a large quarterback at the high school level listed, 235. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage, but runs through the arm tackle.
Nathan Fry in the backfield like he has been basically all game.
The student section.
So third down and about 6 for the middies. It's an interesting spot here because you're close enough for a field goal that would make it a 2-possession game.
But your field goal kicker, although he's successful today, today was the first time he made a field goal this season.
And
blood rule.
Yeah. Danielson has blood on his elbow, so he had to come out.
Tate Love is going to come in.
All right, big third down.
Third down. Davis rolls. Looking for the flat, not there. Still going at his feet.
He's going to.
And he'll lose about 2. Nathan Fry with another sack.
It'll be 4th down and 8.
Cardinals went cover 0, man-to-man across the board. They ran that little flood pattern and a little roll to the right, and there was nothing there.
He has moved it to the right hash. And here comes your field goal kicker. It was 0 for 1 going into this game. Is 2 for 3.
Led by Zach Johnson.
He missed one earlier?
No, they hit 2.
No, that was us that missed it. Okay.
Yeah. It's already 2 for 2 on the night. Snap is back, kick is up, and that looks left. And it is left. So Cardinals off the wide left will take over at their own 20-yard line. High school rules, any field goal attempt into the end zone becomes a touchback.
So a little bailout of the Cheatham right there. So he had muffed that punt at the 21. So a little bit of time goes off the clock, and he's now going to get it to 20.
If you look at it positively, he muffed it forward 1 yard. So they would have got the ball at the 20 anyways.
Either way, Middletown doesn't score.
But they do run some clock
It's
off.
down, yeah. It is got probably one more play in this third quarter.
Although at the end of the first quarter, we had 3 times. Jennings from the shotgun takes it, runs right, pitches it out the roads, trying to find some space. He'll get still on his feet. Not out of bounds across the 25 for about 6 yards.
Yeah, they use the sidelines right there as the extra defender, turn him up. But Rhodes hadn't touched the ball a lot, so he's almost got some fresh legs. Makes contact, but runs through that contact, carries a couple of the middies.
And that will be the final play of the third quarter. Through 3 quarters of play here at Colerain High School, it's the Middletown Middies 20, the Colerain Cardinals 12.
NovaCare Rehabilitation, the leader in physical therapy and athletic training, is the
And Brandon, any score updates? Anything going on we see as we go to the end of this quarter?
Colerain High School and over 27 area high schools, middle schools, colleges,
we saw there's
and professional teams. From football players to soccer moms.
There's some big matchups around, but what's crazy here with Twitter, and as quickly as you can get scores, when it gets late into the game, some of these schools kind of freeze up. You get up into the game and kind of don't update it as much.
With 3 minutes to play, the Elder did stop the running clock against Moeller. They still trail, though, 42-14. Kings went up 17-14, but the Warriors answer. Winton Woods 21, Kings 17 late in the third quarter.
41-12. Fairfield leads Hamilton 20-7.
Fairfield and Hamilton 20-7.
Mason 7.
And Lakota West pulling away from Mason 37-7. So here we are back to live action here at Colerain High School. 1 more quarter left to play. Your Colerain Cardinals down by 8. Second down and 3.
Yes, they actually gave him 7 at the end of that for Rhodes. High snap again. Jennings off the fake, keeps it, and he'll be right at the line to gain.
Cardinals move ahead for 2 yards.
About a half yard short.
Looking down, 3rd down and 1.
Again, completely surprising me. Colerain Cardinal has done everything out of the shotgun tonight. Except the one goal, the one
The
first goal on
quarterback
the
sneak
one.
for a touchdown. Jennings takes it right away, and Middletown read it. They tried a quick snap quarterback right away, and Jennings smothered immediately.
Yeah, 3rd down and 1. They jumped the snap in the shotgun formation. They were unblocked, and he didn't even have a chance to take a yard step forward.
And back to return for Middletown.
So Middletown's going to get good field position after that sack here.
Green will try to use that big foot to foot the field. He did that a couple times last week at Oak Hills. Snap is back. Kick is a big one. And that is going to bounce over the head, take a Cardinal hop out of bounds about the 24, 25-yard line.
Wow, you asked for a big kick. You got it right there. No return.
Middletown 19-yard line. Big hand
I mean,
from
you
Ritter
flipped
Green.
it basically, kicked it from the 26-yard line, goes out of bounds at the other 24. So that's what, 25, 50, 52-yard punt
Without a return.
without a return.
Still a great punt.
So again, the defense out the almost the entire third quarter or first quarter. They've been out there a lot. Middletown just methodically just kind of eating up clock. They really need to make a stop or
Still no Chambers. So it looks like we're going to just see the junior Schroeder the rest of the way running for the middies. Davis hands it off to Schroeder, trying to find some space on the edge, off tackle. It's about 2.
yeah, not as big as your starting running back. He's run. They've made that initial contact at the line of scrimmage earlier and he'd run through that. He doesn't run through this one, but does pick up 3. Fry does a good job
I mean, Nathan
shedding
Fry,
his man. He's
he's been everywhere tonight for the Cardinal defense. Cardinals jump, but not on the interior, so they can get back. New play for the middies. They'll call an audible, move Schroeder over. Davis takes it. He's met immediately in the backfield, breaks another tackle. Still on his feet, breaks another tackle. But is this holding or face mask?
At the 35-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
if it's face mask, it didn't really seem to be that. It's going to be a holding. Colerain's kind of bailed out right there. The quarterback gets a bad snap, but Colerain reads that snap and gets there and kind of disrupts a broken play.
Holding.
But the 6'4", 235-pound quarterback breaking, but it doesn't matter.
Still second down.
Big thing is it's a spot foul right here as we watch the replay. He breaks 1, 2 with the stiff arm.
So 2nd down and 14 now for the middies after the penalty. Davis takes the snap, quick throw, over the seam, ball still in the air. And Corey Myrick had it, and it's incomplete.
It's one of those, I'm anticipating just the crunching hit by the for the defensive back, but that ball pops out and he looks for the ball. And that ball popped up in the air. Looked like somebody else maybe could have got it, but I tell you.
Yeah, but that's another play where
Well,
Myrick
he makes contact with the ball. It's a
he
great
does,
read.
but it's another time he put his head down to make a tackle or to make the big hit when he could have had his head up and maybe made a play on the ball. So 3rd down and 14. Davis has had success scrambling out of this down a distance. He's under pressure, quick throw over the top and out of bounds.
Yeah, just a 50-50 ball. Great job by the defensive back. That was the Jaden Staley.
It'll be 4th down and 14.
And what that does, it also stops the clock.
Give big hand to the
Colerain is really coming close with these block kicks.
The snap is slow, but it's almost
He gets it. He's a good athlete. You got a wide receiver back there.
Yeah, it's your leading receiver, is also your punter.
Yeah, he gets rid of the ball very quick. He doesn't kick the ball very far, but he does get rid of it quick.
Snap is back. Nearly blocked. Cheatham, fair catch. And catches it, plus 15 yards.
Cheatham with a fair catch. At the 46-yard line, but there is a penalty on the play.
That's kind of a tough play.
Yeah,
that ball's coming over your head as a defender, and the return man is coming up to receive it, and you kind of want to give him a halo, or kind of an area to catch it, but he doesn't. But that's just
Gavin Thigpen, you got to give him a little bit. Like, he tried to stop, but he just it wasn't a malicious.
But Cheatham steps forward to catch it,
Yeah.
so it kind of takes that little space away. That's a tough play, but. That is a big penalty because that ball would have been spotted about the 45 with is that considered a personal foul?
It's 15-yard penalty.
15-yard
Cardinals get it at the Middletown Midi, 31.
Middletown 31.
So best field position of the night for the Cardinals. They really haven't moved the ball this far except for that touchdown drive. Cardinals look to the sideline for a play. Take it, hand it off Rhodes, finds the space, bounce off, still on his feet, down the sidelines, and he's out of bounds across the 20, near the 15.
That's maybe his fifth carry on the game completely. This time they go weak side, away from all the wide receivers. A good seal block on the outside by your big tight end. Brandon, pronounce that name for me.
Gregorov.
That's all B.
So first down, Colerain to the 15.
Colerain is down 8 points, so touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this.
Jennings takes it, hands it off Rhodes. He slipped a little bit trying to squeeze through, but Dill picks up positive yardage.
Rhodes moves ahead for about 2 yards.
He does a great job. Low man wins in football. Ouch, that hurt. That knee bent at kind of an odd angle, but when you're young, that doesn't hurt as much as when you're my age. He does give up almost 3 on that play.
For the Cardinals. At the
2nd and 8.
13-yard line.
Jennings takes the snap, flares it out to his fullback, runs over the initial defender, and is going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, the defensive back just looked like he just wanted to wrap him up, and your running back says, no, we're having contact, young man.
It'll be 3rd down and 2.
So it's a 3rd down and 2. They can get a first down at the 5-yard line.
Move relatively quickly to the line.
Middletown's been really good on these short yardage situations, bringing all the linebackers. Again,
Hand off Rhodes.
they anticipate the snap, go in untouched.
It's a loss of 4 yards on the play. 4th down, and you got to wonder, do you take the points here? I know you've struggled with the field goal, but that makes it a 1-score game.
Yes, if you had a special team that you could trust. They've already missed 2 extra points tonight.
The offense will stay on the field on 4th and 6 for the Cardinals. Need the 5-yard line for a first down. Jennings takes the snap, rolls right. Looks to throw, cuts it back. There's no one on the other side of the field. Cuts through. First down, Cardinals.
That's old Zay Jennings right there. He rolled out to his right, looking in good coverage by the Middletown field. But everybody went to that right side. Nobody stayed home left. As we watched the replay, he reverses fields, come back, and just puts on the Jets. And what he saw, when he needed to turn it up, he planted that foot.
So 1st and goal for the Cardinals at the 2-yard line.
All means nothing if they can't put this in.
Go to their jumbo package. The defensive line substituted in, and under center is Jennings. Takes it, hands it off Rhodes, and he's in untouched.
Yeah, I'd almost go right. I'd almost go right back to that. And tell you what, we've had a little no more action after the play. Middletown Midi and the Colerain Cardinal kind of got tied up in the bottom of that pile. The Middletown player got up late. They were Middletown really looking for the quarterback sneak right there. Played that A and B gap. They go outside, but this might make the 2-point conversion shorter if this is a half the distance to the goal at this point.
Cardinals are going for 2 no matter what.
Now, there's no way that they would enforce this on a kick.
No.
If it's after
if
the
they're going
touchdown.
for 2, I don't think it's automatically half the
I
distance.
mean, kickoff.
They could if they were kicking, but since they're going for 2, I'm pretty sure they can take it.
There we go.
After the touchdown, dead ball, personal foul on the middies.
And we'll wait half. No, half the distance.
Half the distance to the goal.
I'm arguing with. I'm arguing with the PA guy.
Yeah, no one else can hear the PA guy.
I know.
So 2-point conversion from the 1.5-yard line. Jennings in that jumbo package. Takes it, hands it off. Rhodes dropped it, loose ball. It doesn't matter. Jennings makes the tackle, but it doesn't matter. In high school, the defense cannot return that, so it is a failed conversion. 6 minutes, 12 seconds to play. The Cardinals trail the Middies 20-18.
Again, they looked like they were going back to that same play, but Middletown has shifted. And these linebackers.
Rhodes also slipped.
Coming out of his stance there.
Don't know if it made a difference because the Middies jumped it, but.
So 6:12 left to play in this game. This Colerain defense is going to need another stop.
Now, as much as they've struggled, though, the Cardinals are in a position, even though they failed on the 2-point conversion, they are in a position that a field goal does win the ballgame if the defense holds.
But they've missed 2 extra points on the night.
Colerain will kick off to the Middies.
The question was posed: do you try to surprise him with an onside kick here?
No.
I'm like, no. There's way too much time left.
Who asked that question? No one. You don't have
one of my great friends.
No. You just made this up. There is no one.
You want to see the text I just got?
No one. You're just making stuff up. Shouldy kicks away, kicks it in the corner. There's no one there for the Middies. Struggling to get to it. He's going to have to corral it, pick it up, and the Middies are down inside their own 10-yard line.
Is that 19 on the coverage right
Staley.
there? Yeah, they only had one player back, and he kind of kicks it to the hash in a little knuckleball, and you almost better not to try to catch that. He does get 2 hands on it, but it skips through.
I don't know if it makes out of bounds if he doesn't touch it, though.
Yeah, it's.
Now, he did do the smart thing. He never had possession. He did try to pick it up with his foot out of bounds, but at that point, which would be a penalty because he never had possession, it's a kick out of bounds, essentially. But he never was going to get there, so he had to pick it up. And the Cardinals have the Middies trapped. Got Schroeder nowhere to go, but he breaks 1 tackle. He will get close to the original line of scrimmage.
Colerain does a great job stringing that out. No one really could get him in the backfield as we watch a replay.
That was not a.
You're right. That might not have gone out of bounds. But if he doesn't.
But if he's smart enough, and I shouldn't say smart enough, if he's well coached enough, he should know that if he puts himself out of bounds and picks it up, it's a penalty on the Colerain Cardinals. It's a kick. The ball is out of bounds, even because the Middies never had possession.
So he loses the yard, 2nd down and 11.
Handoff again, Schroeder trying to find some space, and he does close to the sticks, but just short of a 1st down.
Schroeder is the ball carrier. Moves ahead for a few yards. A nice hit applied by Eller Nevis.
So going to be about 1.5 yards short.
All right, folks, third down.
This would be
Big
This is
Middletown comes out for the first time in a heavy package, trying to run with the big quarterback, and he's just going to push the pile for a first down.
you know, you don't even need. It's kind of nice today when you bring defensive backs and linebackers as fullbacks, but when your quarterback's one of the largest guys on the field.
First down and 10 from the 22-yard line.
Colerain does have 3 timeouts left, but we've seen Middletown eat up a lot of clock in that first quarter. Colerain really wants to prevent that right now.
The only plus for the Cardinals is Chambers has been out here in the second half after that injury went down. Counter. Schroeder eluded the initial tackler, but Carpenter holds it up, and the rest of the Cardinals clean up.
I'm not sure who somebody blitzed from that left side, forced that pocket just to completely collapse. And Middletown can't get. Yeah, they can't get too conservative right now. They can still throw the ball. Colerain can't let themselves to be complacent on defense and strictly look for the run. The short passing game has been really effective for the Middletown Middies.
Davis takes it quickly, hands off to Schroeder, finds some space in a sleeve.
That ball's coming back.
This one's coming back more than likely. The yellow flag on the field.
Scampers ahead to about the 40-yard line, but there is a penalty on the play.
In the area of holding.
That was interesting. I don't know if that player, Middletown offensive lineman, was yelling at a Colerain Cardinal or yelling at himself. But he had to be calmed down by the rest of his teammates there.
Well, they were behind the play, and there was. I can't tell what the referees are doing right now.
What's it not going to be? Face mask on Colerain. So the Cardinals had the middies trapped inside their own 10-yard line, and now they're nearly into midfield.
Just a 5-yard face mask on that.
15-yard penalty.
Called right away by the referees.
So not a holding penalty.
So ball out to the 45-yard line. 4 minutes left to play.
Middletown taking their time, let the clock roll. Handoff, Schroeder trying to find some space. He'll fall forward for about 3.
So Colerain Cardinals got to get them up quicker.
Schroeder, the ball carrier.
This is where if you're the Cardinals, you got to start thinking about using those timeouts because especially in a high school level, time is way more valuable than those timeouts.
Yeah, with Middletown running the play clock as much as they can.
Middletown, you've accomplished half of your goal here because you already have flipped it. So we got a flag. False start on the middies.
Dead ball.
It's going to be a little more difficult with the middies. But if you're the middies, you've almost accomplished your goal here. You've moved it enough where you could put the Cardinals on their side of the field rather than punting from your own end zone. Now, that penalty also stops the clock. So the Cardinals are not only going to get 5 yards on defense, but they're also going to get a little bit extra time without using a timeout. Davis takes it, hands it off, and he's going to lose about 3 yards. Timeout, Cardinals.
He stopped short of the line of scrimmage. Timeout.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14. Colerain uses their first timeout, 2 remaining.
Now, you talked about earlier the middies don't want to get too conservative. But in this case, do you risk an incompletion here? Or do you just run it and say yes. Cardinals haven't been able to move the ball?
If I'm Middletown middies, you've got the size advantage. He hasn't been real accurate on the long ball, but that seam route between the hashes in the middle, your linebackers are going to be coming, most likely looking for the run. Or at Middletown, do you just trust your defense? Colerain hasn't been able to move the ball in big chunks and just make them burn a timeout and just run the ball. And we've seen a kind of maybe an RPO. You roll that quarterback out. If he sees
one of the most effective plays has been the quarterback. I don't know if it's a true zone read, but
and I wouldn't call it a scramble because he doesn't really move fast enough for a scramble, but he's fast
but
enough.
those zone read plays, except for one or two of them, it just opens up and there's no one there for 10 yards. So
if you don't expect him to run is when he has made that big play.
All right, Cardinal fans and student section, it's 3rd down and 14. Let's get behind our defense.
3rd and 14 for the Middies. Closed formation, 2 receivers to either side of the gun. And they will throw. And complete for a first down and still going on his feet through the tackles, down inside the 20.
Yep.
First down, Middies, Chandler Shields.
Yep, there's that seam route I was warning you about. They just a little post pattern behind the linebackers, in behind the safeties, and just a perfect strike thrown.
It'll be 1st and 10.
Down to the 11. Clock will roll.
And Colerain has really just got to sell out right here. You know Middletown does not have to score. You know they're running the ball.
If you're Middletown, though, a nice play action would be there.
A fade to the corner. But that stops the clock.
Schroeder had to make a man miss in the backfield, stretches out across the 5, close to the line of game.
Colerain's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Colerain.
Yeah, the running back does a great job. They've been running up the middle, and Colerain, there was nowhere to run. He bounces it outside, gets a little bit more than he thought he could get.
Timeout Cardinals, 2:12 left on the clock.
GMC bylaw and Colerain High School policy. Spectators are not permitted on the field at any time.
That ball is spotted, at the 1?
We thank you in advance for your cooperation.
Just outside the 2, the ball is spotted. 2:12 left to play. Colerain Middletown looking to extend this 2-point lead. And one of the strangest games I've seen. The difference in score right now is the missed 2 extra points. But none of that matters if Middletown punches it in here.
They have 3 downs to get a yard.
2 yards.
2nd down.
It's like a yard and a half. Out of the gun, takes it, and he's going to lose about 3. Timeout Cardinals.
That'll be their last timeout, so really,
That's their 3rd.
Middletown could just take a couple knees right here. I don't think they run the clock out completely.
Yeah, it's an interesting debate, right? Because they can bleed more clock, and this is a total exception to Colerain Cardinals this year. One of their most effective plays all year has been blocked kicks. Do you not even risk that? Say, you know what, I'm more...
Middletown, if they get to 4th down, they're not going to have a field goal attempt.
That's what I'm saying. It's almost safer to say, make their offense drive.
Let them score?
No. It's almost safer for the Middletown to go for it on 4th down.
Oh, absolutely.
To say, it's more of a threat that you blocked a kick than your offense to drive 90-plus yards.
Don't even put the kicker out there. You run all offensive plays and take a couple knees, and you just run the clock. You give the ball to Colerain. If you don't do anything, you're going to, in less than a minute, go 95 yards.
The field goal does make the Cardinals have to score a touchdown. But, again, you're making the Cardinal offense that struggled almost all night and almost all season go 90-plus yards. So it's 3rd down and 5 for the Middies. Timeout, Middletown. So in your Middies, if you're smart, you do some sort of a run play here.
That's their second timeout.
That's their second
of the
timeout,
half.
by the way, so they'll have 1 remaining. You'd run the ball, try to get the first down, try to get the touchdown. 4th down, you have whatever options you want to do. You throw the ball, run the ball, because it doesn't matter once you've snapped the ball. The clock's going to stop as soon as that play is over.
I tell you, if you're Middletown too, what would be kind of effective is like a counter jet sweep right here. You're running everybody right, and then you bring that one of your slot receivers back against the flow. And what that does, even if it's blown up, it eats a little bit more clock. But if you can get Colerain over-committing to the dive.
So timeout's over, 2:06 to play. 3rd down and 4.5 for the Middies. They need the 1-yard line for a first down, which would effectively ice the game.
All right, Colerain fans,
5
big
for a touchdown, which would effectively ice the game.
down.
So big 3rd down for the Middies. Davis takes it, hands it off Schroeder, bounces off the pile, can't stay on his feet, and he's down for no gain.
Tripped up.
You know what? That's almost a good thing. He kind of got excited and saw the end zone, but what that will do is keep the clock running.
With about 5.
Here's the other thing. A missed field goal automatically gives the Cardinals an extra
So you
15 yards.
Colerain's plug it up, and he tries to bounce outside. There are more Cardinals there. But they're going to be able to run this about a minute and 13 seconds
Yeah,
left.
they're going to run the clock down all the way and then call timeout. So timeout Middletown, 1:20 on the
Timeout,
clock.
Middletown, that is their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
So neither team with left a timeout.
And here's the thing. If you had that little cheat sheet that tells you what you're supposed to do in certain down and distance, it would tell you, Middletown, to go for it. But that cheat sheet doesn't account that the way this offense for Colerain has performed and the dominance, really, of the special teams.
I throw a fade to the corner.
The playbook's open. You don't have to worry about the clock stopping the clock. It's going to stop no matter what after this
4th
play.
down, yeah.
If you get the first down, it stops, the change reset, and you can just take the knee this game
if you
out.
get that one-on-one, you got that wide open.
The playbook is
Corner.
at your disposal. Now, that flips it because that makes it that much more difficult on the Cardinal defense because up until now, you just had your head pinned back and you're going to go straight for the run. Now, you got to defend both.
Well, you're probably going to play man up on the wide receivers and just commit everybody else to the run.
I say it's probably the way it's been most of the year on big plays in the cut run. You go cover 0 and bring
But
everyone
look,
else.
no wide receivers on the field.
Uh,
They've gone with their jumbo package.
All right, fans, 4th down, big down here.
Watch out for that pass over the top, though, for this. Davis takes it, hands it off, and he's going to be close to a first down.
But there was a flag on the play that this might.
There is a flag on the play.
So
Was it
here's
an illegal formation? Because it happened right away.
Here's an interesting conundrum. If he's short, you have it at the 2-yard line, right?
And it'd be first down for Colerain.
But do you not want the ball 2-yard line, give it another down, but you've also lost time on
You
the
need
clock?
clock. Clock's your best friend.
Most importantly,
Let's.
so a okay. So dead ball, false start.
Middletown.
Middletown. Or illegal formation is probably what that call is.
Yeah, not enough guys on the line of scrimmage. So
Cardinals stop them short of the line to gain.
Turnover on down.
Turnover and downs. Cardinals will have no timeout, 1 minute, 15 seconds, and 98
and a half.
yards to matriculate. Now, if you're the Cardinals, you do not need the full 98. A field goal does win you the game, but they have
Yeah,
struggled.
it'd be good if they just got 70.
Yeah, they would struggle. They have those struggled
Just 70 is all they need.
struggled with the field goal operation.
But the only thing that's going to happen, though, I mean, if you're running, the clock's going to run, so Colerain is going to be throwing out of its end zone.
Yes.
Now, do you throw it short underneath to guys like Cheatham who can break it? But you got to think, we're not playing Oak Hills. We're playing a school with as many athletes as we have. So breaking the big one is going to be tough.
So first down, Cardinals from their own 2-yard line.
Satterwhite has been dangerous in the slot. He can take it. Jordan Robinson's your deep threat. Did I tell you, no safeties deep?
Yeah, and
Dead ball.
offsides on
Okay.
the Cardinals.
So that's going to give them they only
Now,
need 65
if you're the
yards
Cardinals,
for a field goal.
you complain they just lost 2 seconds. So
Did 2 seconds run off the clock?
2 seconds around the clock. It was 1:15. Jennings takes it, throws it out. Satterwhite takes it, keeps it on his beat, and then gets out of bounds.
And how about a late hit?
That's
close. It's one of those borderlines.
That'll be enough for a Cardinal first down. 1:08 still on the clock. You're right, though. There's no safety.
There's no safety. I'm looking.
Just
I'm looking at that same
run
seam
that
route.
same play, except instead of Satterwhite going out, he takes one step out and then back up.
Okay, they've got a safety back. Well.
Jennings takes it, looks, scrambles, throws it over top. Too tall for Rhodes.
Ooh, I tell you what, it's along the sidelines. If he completes that, he maybe gets about 10, 15 more yards, but that's not a bad decision right there.
I don't think he was thrown away. I just don't think he hit the receiver there. So second down.
This is some kind of obscure play.
Jennings takes it, rolls right, and he's going to keep it down the sidelines, out of bounds, first down.
That's a gutsy call right there, because if he doesn't get to the sideline.
I don't think that was the initial call. I think they just kind of read it and there's no one over there. Although I was saying, if he stops and Cheatham keeps running, he's unguarded because they all came up to get Jennings, but you don't want to risk that here. So Cardinals have moved the ball about 30 yards with only about 15, 20 seconds off the clock. 56 seconds. We're under a minute. Jennings takes the snap, looks to throw, scrambles, looks underneath, and just misses Cheatham.
Does stop the clock, 51 seconds.
We'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Do you have a hook and lateral in way?
They've run that before. I don't know if this is the time for it yet, but it's never the time for it.
Yeah. They're kind of doubling up the outside receivers.
Jennings looks to his right. A little unsettled, scrambling now. Scramble drill looks downfield, not there. He's going to run to the sidelines. Stops the clock, and he'll be about 4 yards short of the line of game.
The clock will stop at 43 seconds.
He was kind of rolling off to his right off that snap.
39-yard line.
Corey Myrick,
Defensive end from the Middletown, and kind of forced him back his way.
your defensive player, Corey Myrick, is in on offense. You're one of your star safeties. He's almost looking right immediately every time, not really looking anywhere else. He's got looking there, not there, finds a man underneath in the middle of the field. Corey Myrick has a Cardinal first down, and he keeps fighting for yards, and the Cardinal sidelines is like, go down, go down,
well,
go down.
It looked like Middletown was almost holding him up.
44-yard line.
Cardinals quickly to the line, and they'll spike it with 29 seconds.
Knocks the ball.
Good play by Jennings to finally just settle down, find Myrick over the middle, and pick up the first down and into midi territory.
Middletown's safeties are pretty much covering the outside of the field, leaving that middle open, knowing that Colerain's got no timeout.
Yeah.
But if they can run that seam route a little bit deeper.
Honestly, though, you have enough time to just dink. If you can get that play, you have enough time right now if you can convert it. Second down. Jennings looks, Quick throw out, up to Robinson.
But he's inbounds, short of the first down. The referee drops the ball.
15 seconds on the clock. And spikes it with 10 seconds. Yeah, so you got 9 yards, but you lost 20 seconds.
If he gets one more yard on that, you're saving a little bit of time. It is 4th down, though, also.
So the Cardinals can't just throw it away. Jennings has to get the first down.
Now, do you run that quarterback to the right side again, scramble? I mean, he can throw it to the defense, but he's got enough time to get about, he only needs 1 yard.
You also have 10 seconds. You don't have a lot of time.
Middletown laying off. There's time for...
Rolls right. Jennings is just going to take it and go straight out of bounds, it looks like. He's got
Nope,
the first
but
down.
They're going to call a holding on that when he catches the edge right there.
Jennings runs ahead. Enough yardage for the first down, but there is a
They
penalty on the
did
board.
what they had to, but I believe they might have got that right tackle holding on that edge. Middletown defensive end complained for it, and I believe he got it. He called it right away,
Holding on the Cardinals.
which is big because that is a spot foul.
Well, it's even bigger because at this point with 4 seconds, you're just going to a Hail Mary. And I don't know if Jennings could probably throw it 35 yards in the air to the end zone. I don't know if he can throw it 45, 50 yards to the end zone.
Oh, the quarterback was already to the outside, and he just held that inside jersey just a split second. That's also one that could have been a no call. That's how close that holding call was. I'm not saying there wasn't a holding because there's honestly there's holding on every play. But you're right.
But I think that's the bigger thing here is that I don't know if Jennings can make a 30 that.
Great replay there by Waycross. It's a tough call. It's a tough call.
Jennings takes it. Throws it up. He's got a man deep.
He caught it!
Out of bounds.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
Colerain does get a chance to throw it into the end zone and does make the reception, but he is just out of bounds. How out of bounds were Jennings scrambles here on the replay and gets enough time, and he does get it to the... How did he get behind him? But he is just a half a yard out of bounds. A strange ending to a completely strange game.
Fantastic pass by Zay Jennings. Incredible catch. Incredible catch by Jordan Robinson.
Robinson just out of bounds, can't make the play, and so that's final here at Colerain High School. The Colerain Cardinals fall 20-18 to the Middletown Middies. So for everyone here at Waycross Media, thank you for watching Colerain football.